also have the digital displays. I think they're 10 by 12, and we can put messages on those for people, and it'll tell them how much time they have left. They can put their money in, they can put up to 15 quarters, and it'll give them a certain amount of time for each quarter. And then before their time runs out, there'll be a buzzer, and then they can add more quarters before the time runs out. And
all right, now when do you anticipate opening this?
We hope in at least 60 days.
Okay, so that you're talking about mid-November, mid-December.
Mid-December.
Mid-December. Let me tell you about another bit of construction that's going on. We've turned in here by the emergency room. We're at the back of the hospital. And if you drive in here, you will see a number of road graders, a lot of equipment for moving dirt right now at this point. But you also see a slab that has been poured. And this is going to house a new physical therapy building. The hospital is expanding again, and this will be a good facility. We will come back at a later date and show you exactly what's going on here. I'm sure it'll take a whole show to really explain this. Well, we've been running all over town trying to find new things that are going in, and we came to a screeching halt here at Kennett National Bank, and I see Reggie Cunningham out standing here. Are you a straw bossing or what?
Well, I'm trying, like everyone else, figure out what's going on here.
All right. Now, is this going to be a new parking lot? What are we looking at?
We're in the process of expanding the bank building, and the first thing we got to do is expand our parking lots, because where our present parking lots are is where the new part of the addition to the bank will be.
Okay.
So that's the construction you see going on at the present time.
So there's going to be an addition to the bank here?
Yes, we're going to add about a little over 5,000 square feet to our present building and renovate our present building.
Okay. Where is it going to go?
The building itself will be adding on to the east, north, and west sides, all except
East,
the back.
North, and west?
All three sides. The only thing we're not adding on to is the back of the building. Right.
Okay.
Plus a complete renovation of the inside of the present building.
Okay, so we're talking about no little thing. I mean,
This is a pretty major project, and it's starting now. It's October, and we hope to have it completed by the end of 1996. It'll take all the rest of this year and all next year.
Oh, okay. So it is going to be quite extensive.
Quite an expansion. We've just run out of room, and it'll be a completely new type of building. Very energy-efficient building, a very modern type building, and so forth. We're very proud of the drawings we see.
Okay,
I hope it turns
right.
out like it looks like.
So it sounds like that's going to be another whole program when you get it nearly. But by the time we start next year, don't tell them what you'll have here.
That's probably true. We're hoping we can survive all the hammers and the jackhammers and the dust and so forth for another year.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Out on 25 North, there is the site of some more new construction, and this is almost completed. This is done by Frank Carter, and it's going to be called the Quarter Car Wash. And Frank's in here. He's behind me on a scaffold. I asked if he could come down in a minute and talk with us about how near completion he is and let us look a little bit at what he has done. Well, I see what's in the back of the truck now because I see what he has just finished putting up here. Don't know the name of it, but we'll find out for him. To get you down off that rig, I hate to stop a man working. It's very seldom you catch one working. Did I hear you call this the equipment room?
Yes, ma'am. This is where all the equipment's stored, except for the coin boxes outside.
Okay, now did I hear you indicate to me that you've done most of this work?
My father and I had just about done it all. My cousin Bart Carter helped me with the electrical work, and my father's helped me install the rest of it.
So it's pretty well a Carter car wash.
It's
a
that.
Carter Quarter car wash.
It's that for sure.
Okay.
It's been a family deal.
Now, what are these things? What am I looking at?
These are Paloma tankless gas hot water heaters. That way I don't have to have a lot of gas, water heated all the time, you know, just standing here with no...
So as it's being used,
yeah.
He said as it's being used?
It goes in one pipe, comes out the other, and it's ready to go. It's hot.
Immediately hot. Okay, now what am I looking at here?
Well, this is a 5-horsepower, 3-phase CAT pump. Very expensive.
Now what is that going to do?
This is going to pump the water from in here, water, soap, and chemical all from here out to the base. Each Each one of these has their own control panel. It's operated from the coin box outside.
Okay, all right. So someone doesn't have to be here
No.
with this equipment. It's
No.
going to be really automatic.
It's going to take a lot of maintenance to keep it going, make sure I've got soap and that type of thing, but it's not going to be the type of thing you have to be here all day to. This is a water storage tank for the spot-free rinse. It makes this water during the night, most generally. The other equipment here is part of it. This water softener, RO machine, it goes in, and then we have the spot-free rinse available.
So the spot-free rinse doesn't use regular water.
No.
It just doesn't use tap water.
Right. It takes 2 gallons of regular water to make 1 gallon of the spot-free.
The bill changer, did you install this yourself?
Yes, ma'am. It comes all ready to go. My father and I just popped it in the wall and braced it on the inside.
Okay, and it makes good change?
Makes good change.
Okay, now, I know that there are several car washes in town.
Mm-hmm.
How did you come up with the idea that this is the thing you want to do?
We live all the way on the north end of town. You have to drive all the way into town to get your car washed, to use a car wash, and we just picked this lot. It was an empty lot and had a lot of entrances and exits to make it real easy for them to come in and use it, and convenience is the name of the game. I'm going to have some bricklayers come in and brick up about 24 inches, and then I'll pour a concrete slab on top of it, and I'll install 2 vacuums on each one, and a carpet freshener and a carpet shampooer on each one of those, and then I'll also have vacuums out in the front.
Okay.
6 vacuums altogether.
So, you're going to have all this done now in 2 weeks, you hope?
I hope so.
All right. So we're gonna watch for it.
I just keep calling it 2 weeks. You know, I just keep looking ahead 2 weeks.
No matter how long
Yeah.
anybody asks you, you always say 2 weeks. Okay, all right. You've been talking with Frank Carter, and we're talking about a Carter quarter car wash. Boy, that is tough to say. Try it. Well, we're here this morning at perhaps the busiest intersection in Kennett, 412, the bypass, Independence, and we're here to look at some new construction that's going on. This is a Burger King, and of course this entrance being all dirt and everything in piles is a far cry from the way it's going to look when it's completely finished, but we thought you might like to look inside as we're rather curious ourselves. All right, there are workmen inside, and you are looking right now at the workmen outside who are putting in curbs and gutters, if we understand correctly. We found the job superintendent here at this Burger King site, Tim Klishner.
Yes, that's Tim Klishner.
And from where?
We're out of Cape Girardeau, Missouri.
Okay, all right. Do you go around supervising these for Burger King or other
Well,
things?
for Mid-America Hotels, which we build Burger Kings, and we do some hotels also.
Okay, so you just travel anywhere they say
Well,
go,
pretty well.
Pretty well in Missouri.
Yeah, mostly in Missouri. We go down to Arkansas a little bit, Paragould, Jonesboro, but a little bit over in Kentucky. But we stay within about a 100-mile radius.
Can you tell us what we're looking at? Where's
Here's going to be the seating area. Okay. Right here, right in this area, will be the seating area. Right here.
Now, what's this first section?
This first section will be the playground for the kids back in there.
Oh,
Right.
okay. You mean it will be roofed?
Yeah, we'll have an indoor playground, so that way everybody will be out of the heat and cold for the kids. There will probably be a few seats in the playground area, I think, for parents to sit in there with their kids.
We heard that this Burger King was coming in 5 years ago. Do you know anything about this?
Yeah, I think we were talking about building one several years ago. I'm not sure why we didn't build it then, whether we were busy on some other projects or what the reason why, but...
Talking about new construction, we've been going by the community center here and seen the windows all boarded up, and I knew they were either going out of business or else they were going to build on. And I have decided you're going to build on. Jerry Gravel is the man in charge of this job. Tell me how big this is going to be and what they're planning.
This is approximately a 20 by 72 addition on the dining and kitchen area is what it's going to be.
So they're just going to enlarge
Yes,
the
ma'am.
dining and kitchen area.
Yes.
And I hear they're going to do a lot of renovation renovation?
Yeah,
inside?
just about all the inside is going to be redone.
All right, are you in on that too, or is this, so
No,
you're doing the whole
We'll
thing?
be doing the whole thing, yes, ma'am.
Okay, is the concrete going to be poured today, or?
No, we won't make it today, maybe tomorrow, but we're not going to get it in there today.
Okay, all right, but that's a big plus once you get that
Oh, yeah,
done.
it's always a plus to get out of the ground.
Now, when do you think this whole thing will be done?
It should be done sometime in February.
Well, you've got several months then leeway to get this done, but I know you're eager to get the outside ground and dirt part done.
Yeah, we need to get that while we've got pretty weather, and then we can always work on the inside.
All right, so we promised you a look around Kennett at some of the new construction that's going on, some of the renovation. You need to just get in the car and drive around. It's amazing how many things are going up.
You have been watching Time for Talk.